This video to search engine optimization is an in-depth video on how search engine works, and this video covers the fundamental strategies that make your website search engine friendly. So if you are new to SEO or whether you need to polish up your knowledge, this is a complete, you can say, guide to SEO, and it provides comprehensive information you need to get on the road to professional quality search engine optimization or SEO. So let us start from the very beginning. The very first question which pops into our head when we hear the term SEO is, what exactly is search engine optimization, or what is SEO? So basically, SEO is a marketing discipline which is focused on growing visibility in organic non-paid search engine result. SEO encompasses both the technical and creative elements which are required to improve ranking or to drive traffic and to increase awareness in search engines. There are many aspects to SEO, from the very starting of, you can say, selecting the words on your page to the way other site links to you on the web. So sometimes SEO is simply a matter of making sure your site is structured in a way that search engines understand what your site is all about. So this video is you can say designed to describe all areas of SEO, and which include finding the terms and phrases, that is keyword research, to generate traffic to your website, to making your site search engine friendly, and building links and marketing the unique value of a site. So this video will cover almost all the aspects of SEO, and let's start with it. So the very first question which pop into our head is, why does my website need SEO? This is the very question. Why my website need SEO? So the thing is, the majority of web traffic is driven by the major commercial search engines like Google, Bing and Yahoo. All the social media and other type of traffic can generate visit to our website, but search engines are the primary method of navigation for most internet users. This is true whether our site provide content, service, product, information, or just about anything else. So it doesn't matter whether we are providing some kind of service, or we are selling some product, or anything else. But search engines are unique in that they provide targeted traffic, people looking for what we offer. So basically what I can say is, search engines are the roadways that make it happen. So if search engines cannot find our site or add our content to their databases, we will miss out on an incredible opportunity to drive traffic to our site. So this is the reason why why our website need SEO, to be found by the search engine. So the next very thing is, why can't search engines figure out my site without SEO? If I don't do SEO, won't search engine find my site? Actually, the thing is that search engines are smart, but they still need help. The major search engines are always working to improve their technology to crawl the web more deeply and return better results to user. So however, there is a limit to how search engines can operate. The right SEO can, you can say, drive thousands of visitors and increase the attention, and you can say the wrong moves in SEO can even bury our site deep in the search result where visibility is minimal. So the thing is, search engines can find out our site without SEO also, but it can take some time. And the thing is, you won't be ranking very high in the search result. So whenever anyone around the world, you can say, type a query in the Google search. For example, if I'm searching for you can say anything ranging from hair dryer. Let's suppose I am searching for a hair dryer and I typed a query into search engine, hair dryer. Hair dryer, buy online. Okay, I want to buy a hair dryer online. So these are the results. These are the results which have come up. These are the results. See, these top one, these results are paid advertisement which people have paid for to appear in this particular spot, and these all are organic results. These are free organic results. So actually the first page or any page of Google search result comprises of almost around 10 queries. So these 10 contenders for that particular query, search query, have ranked better than the rest of the, you can say, rest of the results which are there in Google. There are so many results, even on page number 2, 3, 4. So the chances of being clicked by this search query, this search result in response to the particular search result is much greater than a particular search result which appears on page 8 of this Google search. So that is why we need SEO for a website, to rank higher in search engines so that we have a chance of grabbing the attention of our customers. That's it. So let's continue with it. I think you people by this time are aware of the need of SEO for a website. So the second question which pop into our head is, can we do SEO for ourselves, or do we need a professional, you can say, agency? We have to hire a professional agency to do SEO for our business or for a website. So the thing is, the world of SEO is complex, but most people can easily understand the basic of SEO, and this is very important. Even a small amount of knowledge can make a big difference. And free SEO education is widely available on the web, including videos like this. And all this knowledge combined with a little practice will help you to, I think, to become a guru one day. So you have to start from somewhere, and that is the purpose of this video, to get you started on the SEO part. So depending on your time commitment and your willingness to learn and complexity of your website, you can decide whether you need an expert to handle things for you, or you can do it on your own. But the main thing, or the important point is, in any case, it's good to have a firm knowledge of the core concept of SEO. Even if you are employing an expert to handle things, you should be aware of what SEO is all about. Okay, now let's get started with the important concept and strategies. Let's get started. So basically, search engine optimization comprises of two parts, I can say. One is on-page SEO, and the other one is off-page SEO. On-page SEO and off-page SEO. So on-page optimization are basic changes that we make to our website, which can include the type of content we want to include, or HTML clues we give to search engines to determine the relevancy of a particular page in reply to a search query, or building a search engine friendly site structure. All this comes into on-page SEO part. As is evident from the diagram, on-page SEO include everything, including keyword research, placement. Where once we have finalized the keyword, the placement of the keywords in title text, H1 text, keyword density, keyword you can say keyword placement, which we have already discussed, and the description, the meta description, what our content is all about. So this all comprises of on-page SEO. We will be discussing each one of it in detail. And now let us see what all comprises of off-page SEO. Off-page SEO is everything else like link building, social media. That is, once we are ready with the content, we have to promote our content through link building or social media, whatever. So off-page SEO includes social networking site like promoting our content through social media, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, writing articles on article publishing sites, and bookmarking, social bookmarking, creating videos like the one I have, and writing a company blog so that a blog can link to our website. And this is off-page SEO part. So let's get started with the very basic, that is the content. So I think you might have heard this term that content is king very often. SEO is all, you can say majority of SEO is about quality content. If you, all your SEO efforts are very much dependent on quality of content you produce, and every search query comes with an intent to either do, know or understand something. So if you craft a fulfilling, thorough content that addresses searchers' need to improve, so you have an improved chance to earn top ranking in search results. So quality content is one which engages the user in reading your page for more than few seconds. And web pages with quality content offer a substantial value to its reader that is very unique and useful to its reader. So quality content can help even the you can say even the webmaster or the website owner and even the readers. So the quality content should be the basis of your SEO effort. It's very important, and your SEO effort will not be, you can say, fruitful unless and until you develop a content which is which engage user, which provides some unique value or knowledge to its reader. So this is the very basics, and let's get started with keyword research. Keyword research is basically finding the right keywords which describe the intent of your content. So a good content can get away unnoticed if it fails to convey search engine that it is about a particular subject or it fulfills the intent of a particular search query. And it is here where the role of keyword research come into play. Obviously, if you want your page to have a chances of ranking in the search result for any particular term, like let us suppose like wedding dress, it is wise to make sure that the word wedding dress is a part of crawlable content of your document. There are a variety of tools like Google AdWords Keyword Planner, WordStream Keyword Finder, which are available, so that which will help you to know what exactly people type in search engines while searching for a particular product or service. So you want to create the content using those keywords, and so that the content you produce effectively answer the query which people type in. So keyword research tools are widely available on internet, and most of them are free of cost. you should use them. One I use is Google AdWords Keyword Planner. The best part is it's free of cost, and it is a very comprehensive, you can say, keyword tool, and it's easy to use also. You don't need to be a technical, you can say, person to be utilizing this tool. Sign in. Let's sign in. So here we are. See, we are inside a Google AdWords account, and here is the tool part. I would be clicking to it, and here it is, Keyword Planner. Find new keyword and get search volume data. You have to type in a query. Right here, like I would be typing, let's say I would be typing something like a wedding dress. Wait for a while. So my query is wedding dress, or you can say my product, or I provide wedding dress. So I would be searching for the keywords which people type in to search for buying wedding dress. So here are the keyword ideas. Here is the average monthly searches for a particular keyword. So wedding dress keyword has average of 2,46,000 average monthly searches, and these all are the keywords which are relevant for this particular search term. And the best part is this tool is also showing you the average monthly searches for a particular keyword along with the competition. So once you finalize the keyword which best suit your can say product or service, you can select it from here. Once you finalize it, the keywords you would be using your keyword for your content. Here we are. Another tool is there are many tools, but another one which I use is WordStream Keyword Planner. It is also easy to use, and you can say very comprehensive, or say keyword research tool. So you will log in from here, and you will find the keyword research tool. So these are the tools which you can use for keyword research. And the best part is most of these tools are easy to use and free also. These are available free of cost. You don't need to pay anything for using these particular tools. So let's get started with the other part, that is, once we have finalized the number of keywords and keywords which we would be using in our content, we have to decide where to place the those keywords which we have finalized. So the right placement of keyword is very important for SEO success. So make sure that your keywords appear at all the right places so that you can rank higher in Google search results. So these are the places where you can put your keywords. The first one being title tag. So title is you can say the same as the title of a book to your prospective customer. So it is meant to be an accurate, concise description of the page content, and it is critical for both the user experience and search engine optimization. So I have listed some recommendation for optimizing title tag for search engines, and these are like, you should write a catchy and compelling title tag, and title tag should be descriptive and readable. Since search engines display only 65 to 75 characters of title tag, it's wise to limit the length of title tag to this limit only, okay? And this is where the placement of keyword should be there. You should place the primary keyword right at the beginning of the title tag. And the relevancy of primary keyword to the content of your page is very important. Suppose you are searching for a you can say, suppose you are searching for the, let's say, wedding dress. You want to buy a wedding dress online, and someone who has optimized his website for that particular, you can say, search term, wedding dress, appears in a search result when you type in the query the wedding dress online. But when you go to that particular page talks about a recipe. So how would you feel? You will feel cheated. So the thing is, your primary keyword, the keyword you are targeting, should be in line with the content of your page. Don't piss off your reader by showing and delivering two different things. And you type keyword in title tag should be in line with the content of your page. That is the most important part. So the second place where we can place our keywords, where we should place our keywords, are meta descriptions. Description is basically a summary of what our web page is about, and giving a more sneak peek into the content of a web page than a title can tell. So it's wise to limit a meta description character length to 160 characters, and like title tag also, we have to place our primary keyword near the beginning of the description, and description should be in line with the, you can say, content of a page. So now comes the URL part. This is also very important, I must say. A good URL can